Good afternoon. My name is Joseph, and it was a project in the university. Actually, it was a feedback collection system, but we named it University Feedback Collection System, which is letter I. So we successfully managed to come up with a backend code. And if I just run a simple simulation, you can be able to see. Yeah, so still on the back end, we have been putting in styles, and we are going to put in the front end code, which will give that styling. So just a simple algorithm, so you can get it in. So we just move backwards a little bit, and so we can be able to register. So for our registration system, we are concerned that by default, Django is gonna register using a password and a username. But based on the context of the system, we devised different mechanisms. The student registering will capture much of their school details. For example, your name, registration number, student number, the college, school, department, course, and then this will be stored in the database. Then later on, if every feedback you keep giving, will be able to trace you up to your own college. So the admin can be able to trace all these. So I know that I should make a demo from the demo of that
It's okay.
registration.
But
Assuming I say this is my name, the registration number I say something I can remember 210 versus this is 21 slash this is 321 0 then when I come to college, so these are values which are already in the system because it is the admin side who is supposed to put them in. So the student who is registering should be able to select. So let's say select courses and then I choose a school, let's say SCIT, which is this very one, then the department of University Networks, and then a course, software engineering. So when I do registration, straight out, I'm supposed to take you, okay, we've configured it that it takes you straight away to the page that displays all the previous feedbacks. Let's say you've already made some feedbacks about certain course units. But the student who has just registered, we will keep you already logged in. But since you just registered, automatically it will display zero feedbacks. So it's from here that you can navigate, provide feedback, or alternatively, by just move the needle backwards, you can also click on this button to still display this page where you can do the feedback. So for the current year of study, let's say I'm in year 2, then current semester, and we say it's also semester 2, and then course unit name, let's say embedded systems, and course code, let's say PS, the 345, something like this, and it's a facility name, let me say like something like lab 1 and facility rating, like this could be a value between 1 and 5. So depending, you can give a comment. May say it is put something like this, and then you may come to a lecturer name. Let's say Mr. something of the sort. And then you may give me a rating. Let's say 5 is extremely good, and then you may say suggestions. It could be more practical, something like this. And then let's submit feedback. So it will be this here, we are not to either edit alternatively. So let's say I make some editing and say just adding some things and I say save changes, automatically come back here but to the changes being included. Alternatively also you can delete. And deleting, we ask you, are you sure you want to delete? And from this point, you can proceed to delete or you can cancel. And cancel takes you back to your system. So basically, this is what the system is doing, and from here you can even log out. So that's the front end, rather the web view. But as you can see, doesn't include the what? The back end, or rather the front end, which is what we are going to implement, which is what is left. So suppose that's system. I don't know that you should also explain this of the code design.
I don't. The time for explaining the code is going to come. Uh, Let me bring this one here. Introduce yourself.
My name is Nanti, I'm Elizabeth. We are Group I working on a university for the student union.
So, what do you have? And have you started working on the documentation as you?
Not really. I'm
Not
working
yet,
on
eh?
the documentation.
Okay. So, do you know the things I need from the documentation?
Yeah, we went through actually the other document which you sent out,
Okay.
and it will be our guide, that will start a guide.
No, it's okay. I have no problem. This is just to see the progress. I'm happy with the progress, but now I'm going back technical. Is when you're done with the back end, now the front end is where you have to go switch your mind into the terms of system usability, design thinking. So I'm so much interested when you particularly focusing on having this feedback system. If someone is registering, that notification, that message that shows or icon that shows that he has registered successfully. You know what I'm talking about, eh? Should always appear. So that gives that feedback back to the user who is using your system. Okay? That is one thing that I really want to look at it when it comes to the UI. Okay? The interface. So you need to consider design thinking in it when applying the front end part of it. Okay? So that even when I register, I should not be wondering whether I've registered or I've not registered. You get it, eh? So that's something that you should not forget, especially when it comes to what? To systems. Are we together? Um, what other things do I want to do? Is that avoid also using social media platform a lot on the system because it diverts traffics from people using that. Like literally, when you're building any system, avoid too much putting threads, Instagram, so many social media pages. It's like you're promoting the other thing on your system. You get it? So your page is a landing page for people to go to the other side. So avoid that. I know you might be tempted. You get it, eh? But I don't like it when I see it on a system. Okay? It's not a good practice. Okay? And then traces of color. Yeah, the reason why I made it stop up to there because I know with Django there are so many help outside. The community support is big and you can finish up the project actually much faster than any other group. So that's why I'm not so much worried about the Django people.
Also have a question. Uh, for the front end, what's preferred, like template or from scratch? Because whichever can
I think template is not a good choice. You don't learn too much with templates. Okay? Normally, I tend to give, why am I even saying this thing here? I tend to give more marks for people who build from scratch. Okay? But when you use template, you still get marks, but not like someone who has gone through the back end and the front end. You get my point? So, but when it comes to the front end, I'll look at so much into how the system is being designed for usability, simplicity,
UI UX.
the UI UX. Okay, it shouldn't be harder for me to navigate through the system. You get it right now. You see, when you look at the back end, still confusing a bit, but when you lay it, uh, again, don't confuse and say if the controls are here, you start putting them down where there's a standard that is being followed. Eh? Yeah, when it comes to that. Okay, so when do you think you can hit me up on the presentation, the final presentation?
Final presentation. I'm afraid. I think that one it will depend on how best we shall run, because we are going to sit down now and go back to
Mm.
designing the wireframes of the front end, and we see that we can't do as we guarantee that after this period, but we just want to do our best to make sure we take the discipline.
So which DB are you using?
I still like
Okay. Because the data is not much, eh? Yeah, okay. All right. And two, make sure when you're committing to the GitHub, you commit the part you worked on, you commit, so that I see them. You're supposed to be 5 or you're 4.
Yeah, we have five. But okay, initially we have this guy joined us, but also there's one we are finding it hard to get with them.
So you are 4.
We're five.
Oh.
we are fine.
Okay, the GitHub will show me.
We
Okay.
are going to, we're in touch with you.
Oh,
All of it is from
Mchibe.
it's from the evening class. So he's a new person. We're trying to reach out to him.
Okay, I have